Director of Football steps down at Eastleigh. Winchester City take on Bournemouth. And will lightning strike at the Planet Ice Arena? Hello and welcome to Sports Week. I'm Henry Luntet. This week we start with football, and Eastleigh's Director of Football, David Malone, has stepped down at the Blue Square South Club. Dale Gornall has this story.
Eastleigh Football Club has announced that Director of Football David Malone has resigned his post with immediate effect. It was Malone who introduced new owners Bridal Insurance back in October, and newly appointed Director Stuart Donald was full of praise for him.
Dave was massively important to the club. He got us involved right from the start. He was instrumental in getting us involved, and he is really Mr. Eastleigh. He'll be sorely missed, but we're very hopeful that we'll see him, at all the games.
The new shareholders have big plans for the Spitfires, bringing in new faces and even trying to increase the ground capacity by receiving more in the way of investments.
But also, even today, I've got two guys up with me who started to sort of get into trying to sell advertising space around the ground, sponsorship packages, matchday packages, etc.
The new owners believe the club has massive potential and have said they are only interested in the long-term future. Dale Gornall, Winchester News Online.
Basingstoke Town were in action last night. With only 2 wins in their last 9 league games, the Dragons were looking for a win against Salisbury City to help them push towards the playoff places. Lee Jarvis was at the Camrose Stadium.
After having their last match postponed against Havenant Waterlooville, Basingstoke Town have played fewer games than any team around them in the Blue Square South, coming into this fixture with Salisbury City. Salisbury had the better of the opening chances. Keeper Ashley Bays tested by this long-range effort. But it was Basingstoke who took the lead as Salisbury failed to deal with a long throw into their box, and Delano's Sam York smashed his shot into the back of the net. This is 8th goal in the league. The lead didn't last for long. Only 4 minutes after the opener, the Basingstoke defence allowed Matthews to wriggle through, and Rice turned into his own net. Salisbury started much brighter in the second half, and Dan Flitchett won't want to see this miss again as he blazed over from a couple of yards out. But it was Basingstoke who took the lead. Top scorer Sam York showing his strength to get his and Basingstoke's second, much to the jubilation of a vocal crowd. But Sam York failed to get his hat-trick with this chance after Will Ruddy's mistake. And Basingstoke were left to rue the miss as Salisbury equalised in the 88th minute through sub Lasasso's free kick. Bays less than pleased with his team's defending. Giuseppe Sol spurred a great chance to win it in the dying minutes for Basingstoke, but he's turned this effort just over the bar from 5 yards out. The game ending 2-2. Lee Jarvis, Winchester News Online.
Now over to Lee with the up-to-date tables.
Thank you, Henry. Winchester extended their lead at the top of the Wessex League with a 3-1 win over Bournemouth Poppies. This win gives them a 6-point lead over second place Bermondsey Heath Harlequins. Winchester now have a goal difference of plus 70 and 72 points on the board. And in the Blue Square South, Basingstoke failed to move up the table with a draw against Salisbury City. The Dragons are now level on points with Eastleigh, but have a superior goal difference. Basingstoke have also played less games than Eastleigh.
In ice hockey, the Basingstoke Bison played the Milton Keynes Lightning on Sunday, only 3 points behind their opponents coming into the game. I went to the Planet Ice Arena to see how the Bison got on. The Basingstoke Bison and Milton Keynes Lightning met at the Planet Ice Arena on Sunday, with the Bison missing 5 key players. This allowed Basingstoke Bison junior player Cameron Wynne into the team, and he was immediately called into action, having a chance to score but putting a shot wide. It was the Lightning who struck first. Leigh Jameson flicked the puck past the Bison's netminder. Kurt Reynolds equalised the scores for the Bison, and this shot found the top corner of the net. The Bison then charged into the lead. Chris Wiggins tipped in a shot and sent the keeper the wrong way. Kurt Reynolds scored his second of the match, extending the Bison's lead with this well-placed shot. Michael Wells forced the puck in from close range, closing the Bison's lead to 1 goal. This sparked the Lightning back into life, but the Bison weathered the storm, keeping hold of their 1-goal lead to win the match 3-2. Henry Lewin-Tip, Winchester News Online.
That's all from this week. For more award-winning news, features and sport, log on to www.winol.co.uk. Thank you and goodbye.